You are the center of the Commonwealth. We've said it before, and I'm going to take the next couple of episodes just to prove it to you. Why are you the center of the universe? You're the center of the universe because you multiply capacity. Whatever you bring to the table, you multiply it. So I want to talk to you about your capacity and how you multiply it. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed how one person can raise the capacity of a whole group, a whole entire company, a whole family? One child can bring up something at your family meeting and it changes the family. One employee at your business can bring up an idea and it changes the trajectory of everything that you're doing. One business partner brings an idea. One educator brings an idea and it changes the whole school. That's the power you carry. Yes, you carry the power to change the trajectory to what everybody is doing. Simply put, that's you, my friend. In every family, business, community, there's usually one person who refuses to stay average. And I think you're that person. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. They don't just change themselves. They raise the standard of everyone around them. That person could be you. I believe it is. In fact, it has to be you. Say it out loud with me. It has to be me. That's who I am. That's why I'm here. If the Commonwealth is going to prosper, you have to prosper. You have to bring your ideas to it. So this topic today is very important because this topic has to really make sense to you, get you up and get you moving. So by the end of this particular section today, I want you to be able to understand what capacity really is, why it matters so much, how to expand your capacity in your life, and how to sustain that growth so that you don't burn out. Most importantly, you'll see that your growth isn't just about you. When you multiply capacity, when you get bigger, everybody around you gets bigger. You multiply the strength of the entire Commonwealth because you're multiplying your own strength. That's the point. Am I making sense? So let me break this down to you today in 4 parts. The first part is it's very important that you understand capacity. You have to understand what capacity is, how it grows, if it grows intentionally. So here's the definition of capacity that we'll use today. You ready? Capacity is the measure of what you can handle. Capacity is the measure of what you can handle and still grow. What can I handle, but I can still grow with it? It's not just what you can do once, but what you can consistently do over a lifetime. It is capacity measures what you can handle, still grow, be consistent at it without breaking your life, without breaking your balance, without breaking yourself. That's capacity. That's capacity. So what we want to do is really grow your capacity to handle more without breaking. Simply put. And when we start talking about this definition of capacity, we have to think about it in 3 different dimensions. Stay on capacity. Stay with me on this one point. There are 3 dimensions of capacity. There's ability, first of all, in capacity. There's endurance of capacity, and there's adaptability of capacity. Let's go back to ability. Capacity comes because you have an ability, your skills, your competencies. What do you do naturally? What are your skills that you've taught yourself? What are these, the strength of the things you do with ease? You know how to do it. You're professional at it, in a sense. You are the guru. I don't care if it's playing a game, writing, speaking, but you have a skill. This is ability, skill, and competency. What do you do that you're really competent at doing. You do it with the best around you in your networks. You're one of the best at doing it. You're one of the best at doing it. You're competent. Everybody knows what you can do. They expect you to do it. They trust you to do it. They're not circling back because they don't have any confidence in you. They know you do it. And by the way, has anyone ever asked you to do something for them that points out your skill? It points out your competencies. That's first in capacity. Second in capacity is endurance. Endurance, not just ability. How long can you do it? Your ability to stay in the game under pressure. Can you stay in the game under pressure? How long can you stay in the game under pressure? How long can you go without air? How long can you go without people complimenting you? How long can you go with people not understanding you, but you can still go because you know eventually they are? They're going to understand you eventually because you can endure the test of time. Ability, endurance, and adaptability. Number 3, adaptability when it comes to capacity is this question: how quickly can you adjust when conditions change? We were going up a minute ago. Now we're going sideways. How long will it take you to switch from going up to sideways? Is this a struggle for you? Will it take minutes, hours, days, months, years? People miss their opportunities because they don't have the capacity to adapt. They think the first idea they had would work, but when things change, how fast can you adapt? Now, you want your pilot in your airplane to adapt quickly. You want the person investing and managing your money to be able to adapt quickly. You want a great athlete to adapt quickly because the game could change in a couple of seconds. So this is all about why is this so important as we're bringing you into this place that you're the center of the universe, and it's first about your capacity. First about your capacity. So here's an analogy. Here's an analogy that might help you. A water bottle versus a reservoir. What's the difference between the water bottle and the reservoir? The water bottle can hold a fixed amount, but the reservoir can keep expanding to meet demand. Which one are you? Put it in the comments. Put it in comments. Which one are you? Are you a bottle or are you a reservoir? You. Is your capacity a water bottle? That's all you can take. So if we try to pour more into you, you can't take it. It'll run over the sides. It'll go to waste. Or are you more like a reservoir? You can keep taking water as your life demands water. You're in that position. You're that type of leader. That's the difference between a bottle and a reservoir. I hope you bear that difference. I'm a sports guy. I have a master's degree in sports management, so I look at sports differently than people. While people are up yelling for their teams, I'm watching the athlete. I'm watching the athlete and how they're thinking. I'm watching the athlete and how they respond to the game changing. I love it when there's an interception in football. I love it when there's a home run in baseball. Everything shifts. The momentum shifts. How do the players handle that? You're the center of the universe. We got to build your capacity. We got to get you ready. I love athletes, watching them. Serena Williams, man. Oh my God. She didn't dominate tennis just because of raw skill. It wasn't her raw skill that made her who she was, the best, the GOAT, the best in the world. She built a mental toughness, a discipline, and her recovery time was so fast that it even amazed her opponent. Her recovery habits gave her the endurance of 2 decades. 2 decades. Her body's changing, her mind's changing, the games are changing, the rules are changing, and she changes with them. That's the difference, my friend. That capacity changes everything about me and you. Here's the principle. Most people underestimate their capacity because they get confused. They get comfortable with limits. They get confused and they get comfortable with these limits, and they think these limits are there to really limit them. The limits aren't there to limit you. The limits are there to test your capacity and how fast and how positively and how quickly, how comfortably you can pivot changes everything. Your limit isn't where you feel tired. It's where you decide to stop. Your limits is not, I feel tired. The limit is, I'm going to stop because I feel tired. Now listen, you know you need this. Which feels maxed out to you right now in your life? I want you to put it in the comments. Which feels maxed out for you right now? Time, energy, or focus? Put it in the comments. Let us know. Let's build a community here. Put it in the comments. Comment below and let's see what areas we're all working on. All of us can see it. You're going to get friends out of this. You're going to join our community. By the way, listen, don't miss any of this. Like it, share it, follow me, subscribe to YouTube. You don't want to miss the shorts. You don't want to miss what I have to say to you in this area. All right. It's about capacity. That's what changes everything. Right. So yeah, I mean, I know how impacting this type of information is. If it's important to you, the impact that it's having on your life, only thing you need to do is like, share, make comments, communicate with me on this particular channel, subscribe to it. You don't want to miss anything I have to say about this subject, because you're looking at a guy who's the evidence of how you can live your life.